For these DIY crystals, you're going to need some borax you can get at any local grocery store. You're also going to need a measuring cup, some food coloring, some pliers, a large popsicle stick, some pipe cleaners, preferably white, some little jump rings, some string or yarn, a necklace chain, acrylic paint, preferably silver or gold, a paintbrush, and some boiling water. Okay, so right now my boiling water is boiling downstairs, but I'm going to bring it up in a second. While you're waiting for the water to boil, you're just going to take one of your white pipe cleaners and you're just going to start to kind of coil it up. So just start with one end and just kind of curl it into a little spiral kind of shape. And I would suggest making it more of an oval because basically whatever shape you shape it in is going to be the shape of your crystal. And I just said shape like 12 times, but whatever. And also just keep in mind, not only is it going to be about the same shape and size, it's also going to be a little bit bigger because the crystals are going to be added on. And also if you're making a ring, you probably don't want it as big as if you were to make a necklace. So just keep that in mind, and I just repeated this process with as many crystals as I wanted to make. So once I had made the 3 coils, I just kind of flattened them out a little bit just to make them a little bit more of an oval shape because I didn't really like how perfect the circle looked. Then you are just going to take your pliers and jump ring and just open it up as I did. And then you're just going to put it around one part of the pipe cleaner and then secure it down. So once your crystals look like this, you are just going to take your thread or yarn or whatever you're using and just thread it through the little jump ring like so, and make sure it's always better to have more than not enough because if it doesn't reach, then it just will be a whole mess. So just make sure that you give a good amount left, and it doesn't really matter how you tie it, but just make sure that you're going to be able to cut it off later. Okay, so now the water is boiled, and so I just put a knife in it because I think if you put like metal in or something at the bottom, then it won't crack. I don't know. It still did crack, so obviously it didn't really work too well. But then you're just going to put in some borax, and honestly, there was no exact measurement, but however much I did obviously worked. But I would just put in, it's basically just like so there's no more can dissolve. But you don't want to put too much because I tried it after and it looked terrible with too much. So you just make sure that you have enough but not too much, if that makes any sense. It's kind of a trial and error type thing. Okay, so now it's your turn to kind of figure out if you want any color or anything. So I just put in a drop of red food coloring and then a drop of blue food coloring. And one thing you have to know is that you might want to add a little bit extra because no matter what the color is, it'll be probably 10 times lighter. So really whatever color it is going to turn to a pastel color. And I would suggest using liquid food coloring. I feel like the gel could turn out kind of weird, but that's just my opinion. And then you're just going to put it in, and I just tied the crystal to the popsicle stick. You're just going to put it on there so it kind of sits on there perfectly. And then what you want to do is you kind of want to twist the string around the popsicle stick so the crystal doesn't touch the bottom or the sides because that way it'll get messed up. And then I also did it on a pencil so you can kind of see both ways, but just see how I'm kind of twisting the string so the crystal does not touch. Okay, so I feel terrible because literally I feel like every video this happens, but some clips got deleted, and so this is what they look like. So basically I'm just going to give you a little rundown. So I just let them sit overnight, and then I lay them out on a paper towel and let them dry for about an hour, and this is the color that they turned, these really pretty pastel pink and blue, which is what I was going for. And I just cut off the string to it, so the clip or the little ring, jump ring or whatever is still visible. And then I just took some of my gold acrylic paint, which you can get for like 79 cents at the store. I just used it to go around the rim, and then I just put it on a necklace chain. So hopefully it's pretty self-explanatory, but I feel like they look so expensive. And literally I had all these supplies in my house except the borax, which was like $6 at the store. So really I saved so much money. So yeah, that's how you do it. And also if you recreate any of these, be sure to send me a picture on Instagram at DIYingtotry so I can check them out.